This is the ZEEMR Z1 home cinema projector. Now this is probably the best looking projector for its price that money can buy. It delivers a 100-inch image, no problems, so let's take a closer look. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and click the notification bell to get my next video first. So my friends, this is a budget projector from ZEEMR. When I say budget, it's in the range of around $400. Now, I know that is still expensive to a lot of people, but it's not the thousands of dollars which we normally cover on this channel. And I really wanted to take a look at this because it looks absolutely fantastic. And in this price range, I think it's probably the best looking projector that I've seen. Now, the team at ZEEMR also call this their hi-fi audio projector, which is a little bit confusing, but it's because it does deliver great sound too, and I'll show you that a little bit later. Okay, so in the box, as well as the projector, you get your power cord, the remote control, which is pretty basic, but it's what you'd expect. But the one thing that you'll notice on the remote control is the focus buttons. Not only autofocus, but manual focus as well. So as well as the autofocus, this has some other smart tech built into the projector as well, but I'll show you that in a second. On the bottom there is a little kickstand which will give you an angle for positioning the projector correctly, and you'll notice that there is also a tripod mount so you can hook this up to a tripod and take it anywhere with you. On the back of the projector is the power button, the audio output, HDMI, USB, and also a LAN port. There is autofocus when you first turn this on and auto keystone correction, and this is the home screen that you're presented with, which is unique, and it doesn't have any option to install apps, but I don't mind that because you just need to plug in a Fire Stick or something like that. You also get the option for manual focus, which I actually prefer, and likewise you've also got the option to drag the corners of the screen in. Now, some of these features, I do have to say, are much more appropriate on a far more expensive projector, so it's nice to see that these are now coming down to a more affordable range, and you can just quickly drag them in to meet the corners of your screen or just straighten the image if it's off on an angle at all. From the main home menu, you can choose Project, which will screen mirror your iOS or Android device, Video, which will play videos from the USB port, as well as music will do the same. You can also hook this up to your Bluetooth speaker, and also you've got your HDMI port for your video inputs. The settings screen is well laid out and easy to function. On the left are your menu options, so you've got your Wi-Fi and internet options, Bluetooth, and then you go on to your projector. With the projector settings, you can choose to have this front ceiling mounted or rear mounted, and you've got automatic screen zoom as well, and this is where you can take it from a screen size of 100 all the way down to, again, hopefully fit the perfect area in your location. You can choose whether you turn on automatic focus and automatic keystone. I found that having automatic keystone turned off gave me the option just to go in and drag it myself, and it seemed to get a more consistent result. The signal source allows you to choose whether you're booting into local, which is the operating system, or into HDMI, and you've got CEC electronic control over that. There is also ARC setup, although I didn't test that, although that would definitely be my recommended option. Although the sound is pretty good on this, and I'll show you that later, it's definitely, as I always say with every projector, it's better if it's via a soundbar. You then got your standard system settings where you can go in, change the time zone, change the language, check for system updates, and also you've got the option when you power off, you can just turn this into a Bluetooth speaker, again, if you wish to. As you would expect with this price range of projector, there aren't hundreds of different options for changing the picture, but there are a few. You do have standard mode, movie mode, vivid mode, and also natural mode. And one thing that I was pleased that, again, on cheaper projectors normally, you don't see that many changes when you actually select different options, but here they're clearly visible. And if you want to, you can then go into picture customization and just tweak the colors, the brightness, and also the contrast. And I definitely recommend you do that to get the best, warmest possible picture for your location. Now, I found that the best option for me was in movie mode. If you look at the difference, it just gives a lot more of a warmer and much more natural skin tone on people, and it didn't feel as sharp as some of the other options. So this was the one that I went for. And when it plays, I think it delivers a pretty good picture. Another thing that I always check with the cheaper projectors is what is the focus like in the four corners. And as you can see with this, it does a pretty good job. It's not too bad at all. So what are the downsides with this type of projector? Well, it is limited to 800 ANSI lumens, and so therefore you'll naturally see that the image is a little bit darker than what it's meant to be, and certainly what it would be with a brighter projector. But the picture quality is not too bad. Likewise, the contrast is a little bit on the darker side, but again, in a dark room, it's not normally a problem. One thing that I would say is that this type of projector is not great in lighter rooms, and as the image shows in a second, it will just go a little bit washed out once we've opened the blinds and we've got this in a lighter room. But I don't think that that is the type of projector that this is designed for. This is definitely designed to be a projector which can be used for kids' rooms, the occasional movie, sporting event, and it's designed to look good on a shelf. You're probably not going to be the type of home cinema buff that is watching every movie, because you'd probably spend a little bit more. But if this is your first route into a projector, then this is definitely something that you should consider. As you can see, when I'm raising the blind, we just see the picture washes out a little bit. Now this is the most extreme example, and as you can see, you can still see the image, but it's just not very good to watch in daylight. But as the blind comes down, then you'll see the picture gets better and better. One thing that I was quite pleased with though is that when you actually had a light on, so you had an ambient light in the room, it didn't do too bad a job and the picture quality was okay. But my recommendation is for a pitch black room. That's going to give you the sharpest level of image and also the best quality. Right, now we spoke about the sound on this projector right at the beginning. So how does it sound? Well, in the next few seconds you'll hear it just playing a standard advert. I just wanted it to be normal, everyday stuff that you listen to, and you'll see the quality for yourself. Here goes.
Shark Flex Style, our first powerful hairdryer and multi-styling tool. For trying a new thing hair. For styling without extreme heat. For this used to take some long hair.
So you definitely get to hear some bass, and if I was being a little bit critical, I would just say I would like to see it go a little bit louder, but it's definitely very good for the price point. So here are the main features with this projector. It's 800 ANSI lumens, 1080p Full HD, but it will decode 4K. There are two 5-watt speakers built into it. It has that auto plus electronic focus, and the same with keystone correction. There's an HDMI port. It will also deliver AirPlay and screen mirroring. It also has Bluetooth built in, so you can use it just as a speaker and turn the screen off completely. So my friends, I think for the money, this thing looks fantastic. It delivers a pretty good picture and it's packed full of features. So if you are wanting to keep the price point low and stay around that $400 mark, then this is definitely one to consider. It's the ZEEMR Z1. There'll be links in the description so that you can check it out for yourself. Thanks so much for watching this video, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you on the next review.